When Erica and Dave checked into the Sagewood Inn, just off the Vegas Strip, they didn't expect luxury. The place was cheap, the neon sign buzzed, and the receptionist barely looked up. But they weren't in town for the hotel, they were there to forget things. Her miscarriage. His drinking. They threw their bags on the floor of room 308 and tried to ignore the sour, musky odor that hit them as soon as they walked in. Erica opened a window. Dave shrugged it off. Probably the carpet, he muttered, popping a beer. They lasted 2 nights. Each day the smell got worse, stronger, heavier, like rotting meat left in the sun. By the 3rd morning, Erica had enough. She begged the front desk to send someone. A grizzled housekeeper named Maria came up. She took 1 step inside and covered her nose. "That's not mildew," she whispered. She began pulling at the mattress. Then she screamed. Under the bed, wedged between the wooden frame and the stained box spring, was a decomposing body. Wrapped in a motel shower curtain. Flies buzzing. Flesh blackened. The smell unforgettable. Erica vomited in the hallway. Dave ran. Police came. Yellow tape went up. Guests were relocated. The body? A missing sex worker named Janelle Carter, reported gone 2 weeks earlier. Security footage showed nothing. The killer had never been seen entering or leaving. Janelle had been dead the entire time Dave and Erica had been sleeping inches above her. Her blood had soaked through the mattress. And no one noticed. 6 months later, at a roadside motel in Kissimmee, Florida, a man named Brian Miller stopped for the night. He was on a road trip to forget his divorce, craving solitude and silence. Room 112 felt strange the moment he stepped inside. Heavy air. Like someone had just exhaled all their breath and left it behind. The receptionist gave no answers when Brian complained about the smell. "Old building," she said. "Humidity messes everything up." He slept badly that night. He kept waking up to the sound of something shifting under him. Once, he thought he heard scratching. By morning, the smell was unbearable. He lifted the mattress, and recoiled. There, crushed beneath the box spring, was a young woman's corpse, arms folded, skin bloated, eyes open wide in shock. Police identified her as Tina Alvarez, 22 years old. She'd been dead for at least 4 days. No ID. No sign of how she got there. The cleaning staff swore they'd vacuumed the room earlier that week. The manager went pale. "That's not the first time it's happened here," he admitted. "We found one back in '03, same spot. Room 112. Word spread. The motel was quietly shut down. But Brian couldn't shake what he saw. 2 nights later, back home in Atlanta, he opened his suitcase and gagged. The smell had followed him. Inside, pressed into the lining of his luggage, was a motel hand towel, stained dark at the edge. He hadn't packed it. July heat baked California, and tourists flocked inland. 2 college friends, Kayla and Maddie, on their way to Yosemite, stopped at a budget motel in Bakersfield to rest. They laughed about the sticky doorknobs and broken vending machines. College horror stories. Their room, 109, had one working lamp and a weird smell. Maddie joked, "Someone died in here." Kayla froze. "Don't say that." They shrugged it off. Ordered tacos. Scrolled their phones. That night, Kayla had dreams of someone crying. A woman's voice whispering, "Help me." When she woke, Maddie was already up. "Smells worse today," she said. Like a sewer opened under the bed. They knelt to look. And saw liquid dripping from the mattress edge. Red. Thick. Slow. Kayla ran. Maddie called the front desk. The maintenance man pried the bed up with a crowbar. Beneath the slats, stuffed in plastic wrap and towels, was the body of a teenage girl, her wrists bruised, her eyes covered with motel-brand duct tape. She'd been placed under the bed before Kayla and Maddie checked in. The sheets they slept on were soaked in her blood. Investigators found multiple bloodstains under the carpet, dating back years. When they pulled up the boards, they discovered 6 distinct blood pools under 6 different beds. All had been covered up. The motel changed names 5 times since 1999. Each time, a new owner. A new paint job. But the bodies kept appearing. The last known case was never supposed to be found. It happened at the Riverside Motel in Memphis. A quiet place by the water. Locals say a man stayed there once every year, same date, same room, 207. No name. Always cash. Staff called him the Drifter. One year, he didn't leave. The maid went in after checkout and gagged immediately. The mattress looked normal, but the smell was thick, like rot baked into the wood. She lifted the edge. There was no body. Just bones. A full human skeleton. Polished white. Arranged neatly. Skull grinning. The remains were eventually identified as Royce Allen, reported missing 11 years earlier. But no one knew how long the bones had been there. The motel had changed hands 3 times since then. The drifter was never seen again. Police reopened cases across the country. They found something terrifying. A pattern. Same type of motel. Same low-budget management. Same minimal security. Each location had experienced a similar complaint: smell, stains, missing guests. All had connections to a single cleaning supply company that rotated staff between cities. And one name kept popping up in employee logs: Derek Langley. Except, Derek Langley died in 2001. Suicide. Found in a motel bathtub in Albuquerque. The same week the first body under the bed was found in Las Vegas. His last recorded words? They sleep on top of them. That's the point. To this day, there are hotels across America where the sheets are clean, the bathrooms shine, and yet, under the bed, something waits. Most guests never look. Some do. Too late. So next time you check in, maybe just glance under the bed first. Because if something smells off, you might be lying on more than just a mattress.